Welcome to Griffin's Gaming Guide. In this video we're going to go over the Remnant 2 Legion boss guide, which will help you find and track down an incredibly challenging boss who is in Yaesha, the Twisted Chantry, and you will be inflicted with the madness status if you don't learn the mechanics, which makes the screen incredibly challenging to see until it ultimately kills you. And when you combine the madness status with homing plasma balls, hordes of enemies including ones that slash and stab as well as exploded enemies, you are in for a very tough time here. Personally, I'm arguably playing as the easiest archetype pair, the Challenger and Summoner, both level 10, both with their ultimate abilities, and I seriously struggled here until I learnt how to tackle the fight. Don't go in guns blazing, there is strategy to this one. So just a quick couple of tips to get you started as we're going through the boss Foggate in a tick. The only part of the boss you can damage is the portal. You should only shoot the portal when it's glowing, and looking at the portal will inflict you with the madness status. But when you look away from the portal, you kind of face the wall, the floor, the ceiling, wherever you want to look. Just don't look at the portal. Your madness status will then recede. It won't keep building up. If it does keep building up to the point where you start taking damage, you need to look away as quickly as possible, as just staring at the portal will see you back at the checkpoint very, very quickly. So if you're playing in co-op, or if you, like me, you've got a summoner archetype equipped, make sure that you use the people around you. Either summon in your own little enemy to kind of take on the mobs, or use a couple of decent powerful players that you're in co-op with, use them to take down the mobs, or you take them down. Either way, focus fire on the portal as much as you can, but only when it glows. Now you can see a little bit on screen here, there was a madness meter there. You are also going to have a very powerful shockwave, which you can see there to take care of. There's the homing plasma balls, and they do track you very well, so just make sure that you stay out of the way. Just dodge at the last second and you should have a much easier time of it. When the portal glows like that, that's when you want to fire on it, but as you can see, your madness meter will build up very, very quickly, but looking away, it does also bugger off very quickly. So just be very mindful as to your positioning. In a little while, the portal will also move around the arena and try to get you to look at it. It will try and go on screen. If it does, again, you're going to have a madness meter build up. You don't want that thing building up to maximum because it will just go for an instant death. Doesn't matter what class you're playing as, you're back to the checkpoint. And then, I know it's a little bit cliche, but it is kind of a case of rinse and repeat. You need to look at the portal to be able to aim at it, to then damage it. But looking at the portal, you will get your madness meter filled up. So only fire in short bursts. Look away. Make sure your madness meter isn't too bad. Avoid the plasma balls. Dodge through the shockwave, which you will hear a chime for before it hits. And then just basically make sure you take down the mobs. It'll be better to look away rather than doing sustained fire on the portal. It's a lot better to heal up rather than just trying to get in an extra couple of bits of damage. Unless it's right at the end and you're at full health, then put it down as quickly as you can. Now towards the later part of the fight, you're going to have those exploding enemies to take down. If you shoot them in the leg, they will then kind of fall down and they'll explode where they are. They don't have the ability to move around without their legs. Shoot one of them out. It's a much easier way to deal with them. Obviously the other enemies, you can shoot their legs out, but they can still crawl around the floor. Not really that much to deal with when you think about it. Just a quick melee hit to the face and they're normally dead anyway. But the exploding ones, you need to stay away as they can build up root rot. And if you do get a build up of that, it then makes the fight so much harder as you're going to be busy coughing as well as trying to avoid madness, as well as trying to heal, reload. It's just a bad time. Don't get caught up in the explosions. Now reward-wise for taking down the Legion, you're going to be gifted 3 Luminite Crystal, a Tome of Knowledge, 500 Scrap, and the Agnosia Driftwood, which you can craft over at Macabre. Not too bad. It's not my favourite, but it does the job. So that's where to find and how to take down the Legion boss in the Twisted Chantry on Yaesha. I do hope that the guides helped you out. If it has, do me a massive favour, hit the sub button. It does help us out a great deal. Either way, whichever you decide to do, thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves, and we do look forward to seeing you back here at Griffin's Gaming Guides.
Yeah, yeah!